The local currency has appreciated by over 42% year to date, that is as at end of June 2025, and has reversed nearly all the losses that were incurred in 2022 and 2023. Our gross international reserves now stands at $11.1 billion. And as I said, accounting for about 4.8 months of imports cover, which is up from 8.98 billion at the end of last year. We recorded a trade surplus of 4.14 billion in the first 4 months of 2025, with exports growing by over 60%, mainly from gold, cocoa, and oil. And I must admit, given the vulnerabilities that arise when your economy is virtually based on the exports of raw commodities, then you have to take measures to protect against the shocks that could arise. And let me say that we are currently working on a price hedging program, such that even if gold prices ultimately suddenly fall, we are able to limit the consequences therefore. Now, the current account surplus improved significantly to 2.12 billion as at the end of the first quarter of this year, and you can compare that to a mere 66 million during the same period last year. On remittances, inflows remain resilient, even though we have noticed some decline from April, and the Ghana's IMF-supported program has passed successive reviews. As you are aware, the fourth review was just concluded. We have had our sovereign credit rating upgraded, which was very welcome news. We are sure that before the end of the year, there will be further upgrades, and ultimately we should be ready to reopen to the international capital markets. Now, these outcomes represent more than just statistical improvement. They are a restoration of macroeconomic credibility, the kind that markets, that investors, and that citizens respond to with confidence. So how did we get here? At the Bank of Ghana, we maintain a firm disinflation stance since we came in, raising and holding the monetary policy rate at 28%. We conducted active open market operations to absorb excess liquidity, and we enforced discipline in the foreign exchange market through structured FX options and forward guidance. One of the things we have introduced is greater transparency to what we do. And so for the past MPC sessions, we have welcomed a number of stakeholders from out there who want to observe what we do. And I must admit, what we do is highly technical. It's much more than a lot of people think of. And I remember the last MPC, we invited the president of GUTA. Did I hear he's here somewhere? I'm told he's here in the hall. He was there with us. He went through the 2 days of deliberations and arguments and all the presentations. And then for the first time, he understood that even if we say inflation targeting, it doesn't mean we do not analyze real sector data. The name inflation targeting is actually a misnomer. It doesn't adequately capture what is done under the framework.